Before I spent any money on FemiPro, I wanted to actually understand what I was buying. So I did the digging. And that's what this is. Welcome to CritiqLab. No sponsored takes, no padding, just what I found. Here's the thing about bladder control supplements. There's no shortage of options. What there is a shortage of is options that actually do what they say. If you've been dealing with sudden urinary leaks and that constant panic-inducing urge to find a bathroom and feel like you've tried the obvious stuff already, that's exactly the situation FemiPro is trying to solve. What I found interesting about FemiPro is that it doesn't just try to squeeze or strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. It actually targets your urinary microbiome. Most alternatives stop at masking the symptoms or absorbing the leaks, which is why you get short-term results at best. This one takes a different angle, flushing out the bad bacteria that cause sudden muscle spasms in your bladder wall. Whether that holds up in practice is what I was testing. Three things stood out when I broke this down. First, the Cranberry and Bearberry blend. Most people gloss over this, but it's actually the part that makes flushing out those spasm-causing bad bacteria possible. Second, the targeted probiotic blend, which I hadn't seen in this specific space before. It feeds the good bacteria to rebuild your natural defenses against leaks. And third, granular berberine. On its own, it's minor. Combined with the rest to reduce inflammation, it adds up. Based on what I've seen and what others are reporting, within the first 1 to 2 weeks, most people notice less urgency and fewer bathroom trips. Push past that, and a drop in those sudden, involuntary leaks tends to follow. Longer term, you start sleeping through the night without waking up to pee, but that one requires you to actually be consistent. I'll be straight. This isn't a shortcut. It's more like a system that works if you work it. Using it is straightforward. Just swallow 1 capsule a day with a glass of water. It fits into a morning routine without much thought. The only caveat, don't judge it before 30 to 60 days. That's not a sales line. It's just how rebuilding a bacterial microbiome works. The compounding happens later. One thing I checked for was the refund policy, because how a company backs their product tells you something. They offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's not nothing. It means if it doesn't deliver for you, you're not just out the money. For something in this price range, that matters. If the problem I described sounds familiar and the approach makes sense to you, the official link is in the description. I linked direct, not through resellers or third-party pages on Amazon, where the fakes pop up. Tip: if you grab the 6-bottle bundle, they cover the shipping and throw in 3 digital health guides. Read through it yourself, compare it to what you've already tried, and make the call. If you've already tested FemiPro, I'd be curious what you found. Drop it in the comments. More data points are always useful.